Über den Smugglerfall. Seeplandom haben zusammen einen Schmugglerfall aufgeklärt. Die Hauptschuldigen wurden nach dem schweren Verbrechen verurteilt. Befindet sich in der Anlage. Spina de Rosula. Callas, der Präsident der Spina de Rosula, wurde im Duell besiegt und starb an der Folge schwerer Verletzungen. Die Wiederherstellung der Ehre ist endlich zu Ende. Der Angeklagte Callas hat zu seiner keinem Zeitpunkt der Verhandlung Einspruch erhoben. Eine Welt hat sich seines Urteils zu diesem Fall enthalten, werden noch untersucht.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
Naja, wenn man überlegt, was in 500 Jahren da zusammenkommt, oder 400.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
Es ist aber ein Unterschied von der Übersetzung zu dem, was jetzt da unten stand, ne? Er sagt, wenn ihr müde seid, könnt ihr euch ruhig mal ausruhen. Und unten steht, ihr könnt euch erst ausruhen, wenn ihr wirklich müde seid.
All right. Let us take a break then.
Wieso jetzt stumm da Augen?
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Memonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like D-Luke.
Neuvillette verlässt kurz den Raum, kehrt mit ein paar exquisiten Weingläsern zurück.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
Aber in einem fancy Glas.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Ja, die was von Drinks geredet, nicht einfach nur Wasser. Wasser ist eine extra Kategorie.
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it
Er
sophisticated.
will es unbedingt verkaufen.
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Okay. Was ist dann der Unterschied?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid.
Oh, wow.
Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Oh mein Gott, es schmeckt nass.
What do you think?
Water.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your taste.
Also erstmal noch einen Kasten Wasser holen.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Das kann sein.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
Die Form als Otter oder was? Da kommst du irgendwann in den Zoo wahrscheinlich.
I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Ist jemand in der Lage, diese Fragen zu beantworten?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
Haben wir nicht bisher nur einen getroffen?
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Ich stelle mir gerade einen Haufen Drachen beim Tee vor. Ja, und unser schöner Neville bringt nur Wasser mit. Verstehe.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
Zu viel Wasser, hä?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Nein, wir gehen nicht noch anderes Wasser kaufen.
Water? Do you mean...
Lucinbrunnen?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Hast du schon den Livestream zu 4.2 gesehen? Den Livestream selber nicht, aber halt den Trailer und den fand ich ganz cool. Wobei ich lustig finde, dass den so viele abfeiern. Also ich fand ihn echt cool, aber ich fand eigentlich alle Trailer viele Trailer echt gut. Da konnte ich jetzt nicht sagen, dass der speziell besonders gut war oder so. Aber gut, ich kann mich an die meisten anderen Trailer schon gar nicht mehr erinnern. Aber ich bin auch sehr schnell zu begeistern bei so Trailern.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Hä? Was? Hi. Und nimm mich bitte Otterkönig.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Ja, genau. Sonst gibt's einen Wasserstrahl ins Gesicht. Oh, das war jetzt sowieso. Die sind durch die Story echt jetzt wenig Leute. Was sagt die da drüben? Jetzt will ich wissen, was die anderen sagen. Wie sie halt gar nichts sagen. Schaut, wie ich mit meinem schönen... Wie ich tanzen kann. Sag doch irgendwas. Wie schaut's mit dir aus, Alter? Und du? Tss, wie sie mich alle ignorieren. Die wissen Orte einfach nicht zu schätzen.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next?
Du wirst jetzt diesen Brunnen nicht austrinken, Növi.
Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Nicht mehr so deutlich.
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
Hochdruckreiniger Nevelette,
A safe distance? Neverlet, what exactly are you... Whoa, it's glowing!
Das ist ein bisschen mehr wie Leuchten. Und jetzt? Geh nicht ins Licht, Caroline. Wenn der Lucinbrunnen aufleuchtet, vernebelt ein plötzlicher Schwindel deine Sinne. Was ist gerade passiert? Alles sieht anders aus. Ich sollte weitergehen und mich umsehen. Hä? Sind wir die Zeit zurückgereist? Oh Mann, der Willett hat den Farbfilter gekillt. Lass mich zurück, ich will noch mehr Wasser trinken. Hä? Warte, ist es zu der Zeit, wo es noch kein Opernhaus gab? Oh, das ist eine Gedankenwelt. Sollte mal zum Arzt, wie oft der... Oh, ist eine Erinnerung. Da ist Carol.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusin's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome.
Die haben die Melusin beschmissen? Was sind das für Arschlöcher? Warum ist es so, als ob sie wie die totalen Monster ausschauen oder sowas? Die schauen eher aus wie kleine kuschelige Hasen oder irgend sowas, keine Ahnung. Mir fällt gerade nichts besser ein.
Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
Diese Dumpfbacke, Alter. Böse Melusin.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Okay. Dass sie die Melusin wirklich beworfen haben. Oh, ich kann nicht springen und fliegen. Ich hasse ich schon den Honkai. Baderico, Carol.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melusin. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Boah.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilet allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilet's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Nervilet said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Huh. Hast du die Codes gestern eingelöst? Ja, das habe ich nur schnell gemacht. Jo, wer weiß, wie schlimm. Ist da ein Teleporter? Wie groß ist die Map eigentlich? Scheiße, ich kann nicht nachschauen. Ah, da geht's bis zum Häuschen.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusins gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusins begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
Ugh, you blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it!
Wie viele Puls hast du für Futter? Keine Ahnung. Über 100?
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere, unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Oh Mann.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by...
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you.
Oh, Alter. Der geht auf einen Rachefeldzug.
I will take responsibility for everything.
Alter, na hat die wütende Menge Carol getötet.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Im Oberhaus wird es immer lauter und unruhiger.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds! Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Ha. Ja, der Neuvillette ist halt pflichtbewusst, nennen wir es mal so.
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Was war das?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Mir fehlt nichts.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
Was ich gesehen habe, betrifft deine Erinnerung.
Which ones?
Von dem Moment, als du Carol zum Hof von Fontaine brachtest.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying.
Ja, weil du es nicht gesehen hast.
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh, didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Jetzt tauchen halt wirklich alle auf.
Novia, nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
Risley und Furina fehlen noch und fertig. Achso, ja, und die kleine Menschenmelusin.
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta.
Nevertheless, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusins. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Naja, die wissen ja, dass die Melusine jetzt eigentlich nicht irgendwie böse sind oder sowas.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night?
Kann es sein, dass sie die Melusine verteidigen?
Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
Die Stimme. Wer ist diese Stimme? Die Stimme kenne ich.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Nervilette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Marmonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Ah, sehr schön. Wobei ich diese Bastarde sowieso nicht verstehe, dass die überhaupt irgendwas gegen Melusinen haben konnten. Ich meine, die leben in einer Welt, wo so viel Zeug ist, Alter, egal ob magisch und Element und keine Ahnung was. Und dann fangen sie an, oh, das ist so der böse Monster, der so. Da kannst du auch gleich ein Hasen-böses Monster nennen. Ich meine, sie schauen halt auch aus wie kleine Hasen. Menschliche Hasen. Aber es war eine schöne Szene, also sowas gefällt mir, das ist echt schön. Finde verdächtige Dokumente. Über den Antrag? Wo soll ich denn die finden? Das sind doch dieselben Dinge. Achso, das sind auch nur die jetzt noch. Über den Schmugglerfall. Achso, das war's auch eigentlich.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Marechaussee Phantom. This is the one.
Sogar ein kleiner Melusin drauf gemacht.
The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Sollen wir das Navi erzählen?
Monsieur Neverlet, someone claiming to be from the Spina Durasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Wie die solche Sachen immer so schnell rausfinden, so. Manche andere brauchen Monate oder Wochen dafür. Und ich so, ich gehe mal 5 Meter weiter und dann haben wir sie. Vor allem, die braucht doch bestimmt von der Stadt, ne, vom Gerichtsding bis zur Stadt wahrscheinlich genauso lang, wie wir jetzt gebraucht haben, das Zeug zu lesen. Oh, ich hab's schon rausgefunden. Die Büsche heißt doch. Sind jetzt eigentlich alle Melusine irgendwie am Verteidigen?